thing on the agenda is the reading of last night's minutes.
Izard County Quorum Court met in regular session on Tuesday, March the 7th at 6 p.m. Justices Sanders, Hatman, Sherrill, Mosier, Miller, Cone, Cooper, and Emmons were present. The minutes of the February meeting were read and approved on the motion by Justice Miller and the second by Justice Mosier, with all in favor. Appropriation Ordinance 2023-07 be it enacted by the Quorum Court, County of Izard, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance to appropriate funds into Fund 1006 from the ARPA Fund 3046. Was approved on a motion by Justice Miller, was seconded by Justice Sherrill. After a roll call vote, all were in favor. Resolution number 2023-08, a resolution authorizing the county judge of Izard County, Arkansas, to enter into a contract for senior citizen improvement, was approved on a motion by Justice Emmons and seconded by Justice Sanders. With no other business, the court adjourned at 6:41 p.m.
Heard the reading of the minutes.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes read.
A motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed, say likewise. Comments from the audience? Y'all want to speak? Anybody from the audience want to speak? All right. Next thing on the agenda is appropriation ordinance for the purchase of the AEDs.
Appropriation ordinance number, this will be 2023-09. Being enacted by the Quorum Court of Izard County of Arkansas, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance to appropriate funds into emergency medical services 2023 budget from the Emergency Medical Fund 3021. An appropriation ordinance for personal services, compensation, maintenance, operation, and other necessary functions of county government as specified and defined by sections below. To purchase AEDs for deputies and fire departments. Section 1, ordinance appropriation funds as defined below. Other miscellaneous, $39,270. Total appropriated to budget, $39,270. Section 2, an ordinance unappropriating funds from Emergency Medical Service Fund, $39,270. Total unappropriated, $39,270. Section 3, it is determined that the above provision and qualifying conditions are immediately needed. Therefore, it shall be in full force and effect from and after passage and approval.
This will be used to purchase 24 AEDs. I think I gave you the quotes at the last meeting. It'll be for all the road deputies and all the fire departments.
All the fire departments have one.
Yes. Yeah. They've got one now. This will give them an
Give
extra.
them an extra. Okay. Yeah. And that said that that's coming out of the 911 fund, correct?
Yes, out of the, not 911, but out of the ambulance fund.
Yeah.
Eric, you get another one of them. I didn't get one.
A packet?
Yeah.
I got one right here. There's an extra one, Lynn. I'll make a motion to accept the ordinance as read.
I second.
Roll call vote.
Justice Sanders?
Yes.
Justice Hatman?
Yes.
Justice Sherrill?
Yes.
Justice Mosier?
Yes.
Justice Miller?
Yes.
Justice Thornton? Justice Cone?
Yes.
Justice Cooper?
Yes.
Justice Emmons?
Yes.
All right, next. Okay, so the coroner's vehicle, back when we passed this ordinance in, pretty sure it was in April of last year.
About a year ago. Yeah.
Quote on the vehicle at that time was $29,355. The vehicle's in, they sent me the bill, $38,261. And that's with the camper shell on, it's ready to go. He's asking for the additional $8,900. So we can buy that.
I think we ought to do it, we told him we'd buy one, we ordered one. I mean, it's not his fault that it went up and we don't have one.
Yeah.
He's purchased his own vehicle forever.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it?
It is a 2023 Dodge Ram, four-wheel drive, long wheelbase with, 8-foot bed, it's got an 8-foot camper shell. in it.
Regular bed, four-wheel drive,
Yes.
automatic.
Yep.
I make a motion to approve it.
Well, let's read it first.
This number, appropriation ordinance number is gonna be 2023-10. Being enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Izard, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance to appropriate funds in the Fund 1006 from the ARPA Fund 3046. An appropriation ordinance for personal services, compensation, maintenance, operation, and other necessary functions of county government as specified and defined by sections below. Section 1, ordinance appropriation funds to ARPA Revenue Replacement Fund as defined, coroner's vehicle. Vehicles, $8,906, total appropriated to ARPA Revenue Replacement Fund, $8,909. Section 2, an ordinance unappropriated funds from American Rescue Plan Fund, miscellaneous fund, $8,906, total unappropriated from American Rescue Plan Fund, $8,909. Section 3, it is determined that the above provisions and qualifying conditions are immediately needed, therefore it shall be in full force and effect from and after passage and approval.
Okay, then we had a motion.
Why aren't those numbers the same? They're $3.
Oh,
They're $3 different.
I hit a wrong button. So,
So should it be the
the
09 or
nine,
the
the 09.
09?
Yeah.
I wanna make a motion that we accept the ordinance with the
With the
corrections
correct
of the $3
Yeah,
on each.
roll call vote.
Justice Sanders?
Yes.
Justice Hatman?
Yes.
Justice Sherrill?
Yes.
Justice Mosier?
Yes.
Justice Miller?
Yes.
Justice Thornton? Justice Cone?
Yes.
Justice Cooper?
Yes.
Justice Henry?
Yes.
I know last meeting we talked about, the fence for eye care. Did not get that on there this meeting. We're, gonna get some topsoil put around that building before they do the fence, so we can get we got some topsoil out at the fairgrounds that we're gonna take out there and put on there before they do the fence. We'll run that ordinance next time. I'm still interested. It's gonna be around 15,000. Y'all seen the roof part? They're working on the roof right now too, so. That's what you hear walking around up there. It ain't thunder. It's thunder up there. Yeah, he said he'd have this part waterproof. And then they'll work on the other two the rest of the week, depending on the weather. All right, next thing is a cleanup ordinance. We've got 2 cleanup ordinances here.
Cleanup ordinance, appropriation ordinance number 2023-11. Being enacted by the Quorum Court, the County of Izard, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, in 2022 budget cleanup ordinance to appropriate funds into Fund 1,101 from Fund 3006. An appropriation ordinance for personal services, compensation, maintenance, operation, and other necessary functions of county government as specified and defined by sections below. Section 1, ordinance appropriation funds as defined below. Personal services, $14,000. Total appropriated, $14,000. Section 2, an ordinance unappropriating funds, salaries, $11,000. Medicare matching, $3,000. Total unappropriated, $14,000. Section 3, it is determined that the above provisions and qualifying conditions are immediately needed. Therefore, it shall be in full force and effect from and after passage and approval.
to clean up salaries in clerk's office. Any questions on that?
Yeah, that's the one that we kinda got jacked around.
Yes.
What that amounts to, just so everybody, I don't know if y'all, some of y'all weren't, and there were 3 of y'all that weren't here.
I think we talked about it on the first.
Yeah, there were some funds that didn't get, we got rid of some people, there's some people that left, and when we done some replacing, instead of eliminating some of the positions, we added a position to what we done, pretty much, is that right? Is that correct?
I guess, kinda, sorta, one person.
Part
Part
of
of
it, part
of it is we did
Yeah,
have, we added,
Becky done 2 jobs.
we added a half a position.
She
Plus, there
she
was 2
resigned.
months that we had a salary of 36,000 for 4 people. That's where it come up at.
See, Becky resigned from that.
right,
She was still here, but she resigned from it. Then they had the election commissioners appointed somebody that
Right.
would take that position, but we did not cut her pay.
we didn't cut the lady's pay that took her place either, for the position that somebody else done. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's messed up, but we gotta fix it.
Yeah.
But that's what that is.
Yeah.
So that everyone's aware. I mean, that's a,
Right.
right, I mean, it's one of them deals I wish we'd have known about sooner, but we didn't. It's gotta be fixed, it doesn't matter, it's just y'all need to know, in salaries, you normally ain't off, I mean, salaries are salaries, except for, we didn't. And I guess we can clean up salaries, I mean, I was always kinda under the impression that you weren't supposed to go over in the salary line item.
I mean, the
But
auditors
I
will
understand we gotta make it right, but I'm,
We're probably gonna get a ride.
yeah, the auditors will probably write it up. More than, I'd say 100% the auditors will write it up.
okay, but can we go ahead and
Yeah.
do this, Brad?
You can, but I think y'all are pretty sure you're gonna get written up over it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're basically just cleaning up the
I think
budget.
the main thing is just to let everybody that's here know what you're doing.
If she would've been here,
I'm not sure I understood.
she probably would've.
And here's what I understand, okay, we had somebody hired to do 2 jobs that made $36,000 a year. When she left, we got a new person, and we paid her $36,000 to do 1 job, plus we paid a half-time, the other part she was doing, we paid her also, is that correct?
Yeah.
I mean, is that what it is?
Well, to be honest with you, we got 2 people that started making $36,000 a year in February. The 2 people that were leaving didn't leave until the end of March.
Right.
So for a
So
month and a half,
we
we
were
were paying
paying-
4 people $36,000 a year salary, and that's what really bumped it up.
Right, but we weren't aware of any of that, but we gotta pay our employees too. I mean, we weren't told any of this information until budget meeting started and we got to looking and our figures weren't coming up right. Anyway, we're gonna get wrote up, but I think we've gotta make our budget right too.
Yeah. All right, do I hear a motion to approve that ordinance?
I'll second.
Motion and second, roll call vote.
Justice Sanders?
Yes.
Justice Hatman? Yes. Justice Sherrill?
No.
Justice Mosier?
Yes.
Justice Miller?
Yes.
Justice Cone?
Yes.
Justice Cooper?
Yes.
Justice Emmons?
Yes. Quick math, it's 7, 9, 2/3. It is, yeah,
Okay.
6.
Yeah. We're good. Yeah. Now you got a lot of reading to do.
Yeah, y'all bear with me on this one.
Lots of numbers.
Appropriation ordinance number 2023-12. Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Izard, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance to clean up the operating budget of calendar year 2022. An appropriation ordinance for personal services, compensation, maintenance, operation, and other necessary functions of county government as specified and defined by sections below. Section 1, an ordinance appropriating funds to county general funds as defined below. Travel, $1,179. Machinery and equipment, $2,905. Extra health, $33,406. Social Security, $2,314. Other professional services, $24,615. Advertising and publication, $4,820. Travel, $2,828. Postage, $1,493. Janitorial supplies, $311. Fuel, $6,200. General supplies, $357. Service contract, $25. Contract labor, $5,048. Other professional services, $2,917. SBS contract, $120. Total appropriated to county general funds, $88,604. Section 2, an ordinance appropriating funds to court automation fund. Machine and equipment, $1,259. Total appropriated to court automation fund, $1,259. Section 3, an ordinance appropriating funds to district court and funds as defined below. Small equipment, $1,069. Total appropriated district court auto fund, $1,069. Section 4, an ordinance appropriating funds to county recorder cost fund as defined below. Machinery and equipment, $1,858. Total appropriated to county recorder cost fund, $1,858. Section 5, an ordinance appropriating funds to public defender fund as defined below. Travel, $1,499. Total appropriated to public defender fund, $1,499. Section 6, an ordinance appropriating funds to ARPA library as defined below. Other professional services, $10,424. Books, $3,000. Total appropriated to court ARPA library funds, $13,424. Section 7, an ordinance appropriating funds to tobacco prevention as defined below. Retirement, $594. General supplies, $416. Total appropriated to tobacco prevention fund, $1,010. Section 8, an ordinance appropriating funds to juvenile officer grant fund. Computer software maintenance, $268. Total appropriated to juvenile officer grant fund, $268. Section 9, an ordinance appropriating funds to Coke Cat 4 fund. Salaries full-time, $9,230. Retirement, $1,418. MC matching, $575. Health insurance, $890. Total appropriated to Coke Cat 4 fund, $12,113. Section 10, an ordinance appropriating funds to Coke Cat 2 fund. Salaries full-time, $33,296. Retirement, $4,649. Fuel, $4,006. Machinery and equipment, $2,884. Total appropriated to Coke Cat 2 fund, $44,835. Section 11, an ordinance appropriating funds to county general fund. Rental and leases, $66. Computer software, $1,179. Telephone, $2,905. Declare additional revenue, $69,476. Other professional services, $311. Fleet library, $3,300. Miscellaneous law, $2,900. Other miscellaneous, $382. Contract labor, $5,000. Supplies, $48. General supplies, $1,000. Tires, $1,100. Maintenance and service contract, $817. Fire and extended cover, $120. Total unappropriated from county general funds, $88,604. Section 12, an ordinance unappropriating funds from court automation fund. Computer services, $259. Other professional services, $1,000. Total unappropriated from court automation fund, $1,259. Section 13, an ordinance unappropriating funds from district court automation fund. Other professional services, $394. Telephone, $600. Other miscellaneous, $75. Total unappropriated from court automation fund, $1,069. Section 14, an ordinance unappropriating funds from county recorder cost fund, postage, $1,858. Total unappropriated from county recorder cost fund, $1,858. An ordinance unappropriating funds from public defender fund, extra help, $1,499. Total unappropriated from public defender fund, $1,499. An ordinance unappropriating funds from Arthur Library Fund, declare new revenue, $13,424. Total unappropriated from Arthur Library Fund, $13,424. Section 17, an ordinance unappropriating funds from tobacco prevention funds, training and education, $1,010. Total unappropriated from tobacco prevention fund, $1,010. An ordinance unappropriating funds from juvenile officer grant funds, small equipment, $268. Total unappropriated from juvenile officer grant fund, $268. Section 19, an ordinance unappropriating funds from Coke Cap 4 funds, training and education, $12,113. Total unappropriated from Coke Cap Fund 4 fund, $12,113. Section 20, an ordinance unappropriating funds from Coke Cat 2 funds, declare new revenue, $44,835. Total unappropriated from Coke Cat 2 fund, $44,835. Section 21, it is determined that the above provisions and qualifying conditions are immediately needed, therefore it shall be in full force and effect from and after passage and approval.
Is this one of them that we need to read 3 times?
It depends, if you can pass it with a 2/3 majority, it can just be passed in one reading.
Okay, can we try that first, and if it doesn't work, can we read it 3 times?
Joe might walk out.
Yeah.
For those that are new, I didn't know this the first year I was here. I didn't have any idea when we went over this in March. I mean, I just didn't have a clue what we were talking about. But what that is, those are funds, moving funds from, you're not out of budget, but you are in that line item. It's moving them from one line item to another. You know, they overspent here, getting them all squared away, and next year they try to do better. You know, sometimes we do them at the end of the year, sometimes we do them in the middle of the year. I think we've done 2 for the county road department so far this year. We've done a big one earlier, and we done another one earlier. We've done 2 of them. But anyway, that's what these are. It's getting money into the areas that they go. So just so everyone's aware what you're really, first time I voted on this, I didn't know what I was talking about or what I was voting on. But that's what, you're just moving money from one to the other. And I'm gonna make a motion that we pass the appropriation ordinance as read.
I'll second.
You got any questions before we vote? Anybody got any questions? Roll call vote.
Justice Sanders.
Yes.
Justice Hatman.
Yes.
Justice Sherrill.
Yes.
Justice Mosier.
Yes.
Justice Miller.
Yes.
Justice Thornton.
Yes.
Justice Cone.
Yes.
Justice Cooper.
Yes.
Justice Emmons.
Yes.
Casey, you're next on the agenda.
Me personally?
Yep. Or whoever.
Okay. I can speak for me.
Just come up here and introduce yourself.
My name is Casey Patterson. This is Justin Murray. I believe we've provided some information with some members of the Quorum Court, and some citizens of the Wiseman area are very concerned about the new bridge that was put in on Honeysuckle. And to add to that,
We just want to make sure it gets fixed before it gets fixed right.
Yeah, and I'm sure, I think I assured everybody out there, we're waiting on the other pipe to come in. That bridge was about to fall down. I mean, y'all seen it, we had it barricaded. And yes, it was a quick fix, and it was just waiting on the other pipe to come.
The concern is,
Have you went and assessed and seen another pipe to fix?
I would think it, yeah.
Have you went and had a test done?
No, I have not done a test.
because we have,
Okay.
and our concern, which has been proven by studies, is that two tiles will not fix this. This
Okay.
bridge will not, this bridge will wash away.
Okay.
The plan,
I went to the ARCS office
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago. It's a free service to anybody. They came out, they did a survey on it, 1,500 acres drains into that. And on a 4-inch drain, it's calculated for 2,200 cubic feet per second. Your pipe carries 700.
and we have other members here that have adjoining properties that have, this is affecting the landowners
Yeah.
in a
What was the
major
bridge
way.
rated for, I wonder?
Well,
Did it ever go over the bridge?
No. It has never once, I'm 36 years old, it's never once went over the road like it did.
Okay.
It's never once backed up on my property like it has. And now that you've set that in there, now it's undermining your road and washing out on the east side. So now I'm creating more problems.
And
Yeah,
we-
I got it.
At the same time?
Yeah, you can come in, yeah.
And
And I'm
we
not sure- I agree
appreciate the
with-
bridge
yeah.
getting fixed, it was in a horrible,
Yeah.
it was very dangerous.
Yes, it was about to fall down.
But we're concerned that the solutions proposed, that is not a long-term solution that will fix this bridge. I mean, it's pretty apparent that it won't.
I had two 15-foot water gaps just as well into that bridge before, and I've seen it, remember the year, but we had got like an 8-inch rain in, I think, a 24-hour period, so to speak.
Yeah.
And it's probably, like I said, I'm just guessing on this, when I'm under that bridge, I had 2 cattle panels wide to cover them 2 sections between the piers, and when it was doing that much, it's probably 10 foot to the bottom when you're underneath it, and it was probably 6 to 7 feet deep, 15 wide.
Yeah.
So I'm in agreement that even another one, and with what the NRCS showed, that, 1 more, 2 more, possibly not enough, off of the amount that
I mean,
it's drained.
the ultimate suggestion was to put in a proper bridge.
Yeah.
Or box culvert system.
And
The
then
box culvert's gonna, I mean, the round pipes will actually carry more water than the box culvert.
And what about the water going under,
the last time when it rained,
no,
and
under the culvert?
Yeah, because we haven't, we've not grouted it yet, so we are gonna put, I mean, it'll have concrete on that side. That'll seal up any water going underneath the pipe.
Are you gonna dig it out underneath it?
Well, solid rock.
It's not solid rock. Have you been underneath it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not solid rock. It might be some riprap under there and a little bit of concrete, but it's not solid rock.
and that Friday rain following, y'all hit it again, I called you that morning.
Yeah.
It took out probably 20 yards of my fence, back way up, and so whenever it's backed up, initially dammed up, it's gonna go least resistance, but back
Oh, yeah.
up the road, undermine the road.
Yeah, the road's lower than the culvert, or than the bridge was.
And now I've got a big ditch through my field, and probably a dump truck and a half full of 50 nice inches of gravel.
So is it possible that we've underestimated how much water actually comes?
Obviously,
That's kind of where we are.
So let me get this straight, you're the downstream side?
I'm downstream, yep,
He's
they're
upstream.
Need that.
Okay, well, I drove through there Saturday, up here at camp, I come through there just to look at it myself, and I seen the undermining, I seen where the fence was looked like it been took out and temporarily replaced?
Yes, and they did, the county come out and temporary it up, that's what I told them, I said, temporary is fine until we find a solution. Cause I mean, the next one we get is gonna go again, there's no need to waste a bunch of time and effort getting a good fence back there.
Yeah.
But, now though, the rain we had 3 weeks ago, I think it was, it didn't go over the road, but where it had undermined the last time, it's coming through the bottom. So now it's traveling underneath the pavement side that it wasn't, after it undermined, it's traveling through the pavement. I guess it's coming through the big rock, and so it won't.
That's what it looked like to me when I was up
It
there,
won't
so I
take
don't imagine that tree
long.
went in front of the culvert right now, it's helping it, it's fine.
There's some dam and everything
Yeah,
up,
I see that,
and that's a big
And that's the thing with the
problem.
round culvert, one cedar,
Yeah.
9.5 foot wide, and then it's stopped.
So according to your numbers though, if you're 700 cubic feet per second for what y'all are saying on that 10-foot culvert, and the NRCS said it's 2,200 cubic feet per second, that's gonna take 3.5 culverts in there just to carry that.
On a 4-inch rain.
On
That's
4-inch
just
rain.
a 4-inch rain.
Yeah.
That is a good rain, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but it ain't
More than
everybody
4
gets one of
inches.
those every single year. Yeah.
No, you're gonna have one.
At least we have one.
We've had 2 or 3 so far this year. I mean,
I know we had that, well, I think we had that much, somebody put rain in there, like me, I'm gonna catch part of it, so. So, do we need to look at getting the engineer down there on that?
I mean, that was the question, just,
Yeah.
and, this one might just pick up some properties with the Corps of Engineers.
No, we never have.
Permits for,
Not in a especially if it's already in place, where we wasn't disturbing a whole lot of ground.
So there was a low water bridge there.
Well, high water bridge. It was a high water bridge.
High water bridge.
It was high water
Previous, and it was sufficient until it fell apart.
it didn't fall apart. I
It's
mean,
been
it fell
done.
apart,
It
it
was
fell
fixing
apart
to-
when you took
But I
it
mean,
apart.
the head wall
but-
was fixing to fall down.
The part that it fell in, that was floating, it's been that way. I'm third generation to have that farm. That big piece that fell in,
The big concrete that's down the
the
bottom?
big concrete that's down in the bottom, the piece down there, I'm gonna guess 2.5 years it's been down there. And I mentioned,
It was-
which
yeah.
he's not our JP anymore, Glendon, and he had somebody come out and look, and this has been sometime last year, and they put some coal patch and some stuff, and it stayed that way for a while, and then the part that the actual beam was sitting on eroded enough that it was bouncing, and so that's when they started really doing something to it. But the main initial piece had been down a long time.
Did you print off an assessment on that? Can you bring me a copy of that and we'll talk about it?
so who'd you go see? NRCS office, Brian down there.
There you got it, so.
He acted like he couldn't do anything.
He can't give you any,
So why couldn't we just build a bridge the way it was? For however many years?
Perfect.
I guess is that
Well-
a cost thing or?
Yes, basically. I mean, it's gonna cost, I mean, we would've, one thing I was wanting to do is do away with the hump in the road. I don't know if you've ever been on Honeysuckle Road, but it had a very, very dangerous hump on there. It was, I mean, it's a long straight stretch, and if you was coming from either direction, and most people drive way too fast. It was dangerous. I mean, it was very dangerous. So my initial deal was to fix that hump when we've done this. So putting pipes in, we can put dirt, more rock, level that out, then when we repave it, no one will ever know it's there. Well, that was the reason we went with pipes instead of a bridge. Bridge, we couldn't have ever really,
Is the hump right in front of the bridge or something?
yes, right at it.
But now the culvert has brought the hump up level with our drive, so to speak, and then it drops down right after it. So,
you still got
So
hump
it's
on
really
the other side.
not as bad, not as bad,
And I
but
mean-
that's where the water's coming around now when it backs up. It backs up.
and the gravel, are we just gonna keep putting gravel on?
No.
The gravel is just washing and washing and.
No, and that's what I said, and that's, the
All coming to
concrete
my
will
field.
fix that.
Yeah,
The gravel.
it's all in Colton.
Concrete won't fix it.
Concrete won't hold it
No.
together?
It'll back it up. You put 2 culverts in there and concrete, it's just gonna make a pond. on his side. It's
Yeah,
marked,
well, I mean, I'm
it's,
sure
it's
it's a
undermining the
cesspool.
road 20 foot from the pipe right now toward Frank. Water's running through the dirt, through the old road bed when it backs it up.
What did they pay the first time they did, what did it cost to fix that bridge, you got any idea?
What we spent so far?
First time, yes.
40.
Yeah, 37,000. Now, another pipe is gonna cost, which we got the money for the other pipe.
How much are these pipes cost? Because I know what pipes cost.
It was 19,000 some change for the pipe and about 19,000 worth of ground.
Yeah,
Why didn't we choose those pipes over the culverts?
because the steel pipe will hold up more weight.
Will hold up more weight? Do we have a weight issue?
Well, we won't, and they'll last forever.
I didn't know that we had a weight issue on that road. I mean, I didn't know, depending on how much dirt you put on top of it.
The school bus go across that bridge?
Yes.
No,
Yes, no.
Doesn't?
no.
I don't know, I'm just asking.
I don't know, I'm saying it could, I know.
It could.
It might before long,
I mean,
we got,
We've
won't be
had
long
kids,
before-
I've got a child, I mean,
Oh,
I mean,
You have to assume a school bus will
a
be.
school bus will be
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
through.
4 kids between them. So,
School bus will be there one day. But we will assess it, I'll send the road crew down there tomorrow, figure out what's going on with the water going around it. Pipes ordered, if we need to get another one, we will.
Well, I mean, it's not it's not an option.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you an option.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have to either put 3 in there or do something different.
Okay.
Or you
And,
get
and I
another
mean, the
bridge.
small pipe that's in there,
Yeah, that was,
it's just, that was just, oh, I'm sorry, it was a total waste.
yeah,
When that pipe was completely full, it was just barely getting to the, I guess that's the relief pipe.
It went
which
over
had
the
bridge.
yeah. Yeah. Did water run through yet?
It did, a little
Yeah.
bit did.
Find it.
Then it helped a little bit. But we will,
But I know
and
the
you have my cell phone
the
number,
rework,
call me anytime. Most of our road issues need to be handled in my office, not at Quorum Court, unless we're asking for more money. I think we got enough money appropriated for that.
Hold on, you ain't got enough money if it takes $3.
No.
We need more money to do this right.
and the rework,
Because it
it's
doesn't sound
gonna be
like,
expensive, that big rock,
Well, we won't, we ain't gonna lose any of
that
that.
doesn't
That'll
come out
be,
easy.
No, you do lose some money.
yeah,
I mean, you do. You just said you're not losing any of it. You do. I've done this my whole life.
yeah.
And every time that I put rock into my bridge, and every time it rains, I lose some. I mean, I just do. But here's the deal, is that, yeah, you do need some more money to make it right. I realize that it's not an issue except for it wasn't fixed right. Now you're gonna need more money to fix it. I just hated that we've wasted $40,000, which we have it, we can save that tile. I mean, that's a $19,000 tile, but that's about the only thing that we're saving out there. A little bit of rock and $19,000 tile, we spent $40,000. And the tiles ain't gonna fix it. And they sat there and said that it takes more than $3 even to fix it. And here's the deal, I don't care to spend the money to fix the bridge, but I don't wanna be going out and fixing one and having to come back because we didn't fix it right. I mean, and they even went down to the NRCS office after the fact to get the information, and we ain't done that. I don't know, I just want it fixed and I want it fixed right.
it just sounds like to me that we're hoping maybe another tile will do it, and then if that doesn't fix it, then maybe we'll throw another one.
Yeah, it's a.
We're not
Well,
gonna
you know,
get
you're
real information.
Now, you
Real
understand, if
homework
we do get another tile put in, so on that creek
Real
bed,
homework's been done.
it's gonna have to go further towards,
That's the thing.
Yes.
You start laying these round tiles in there,
Uh-huh,
3 wide, it's gonna, I mean,
yeah.
the
30
creek
foot,
only half,
cause they're
yeah,
10 foot.
only half as wide as the building, when there was 2,
And the creek
when it's
bed
30
is,
foot, it's gonna end up being,
and the creek bed
Here's my
was,
question,
36.
can we determine what it's gonna cost to go back to a bridge like it should be?
3.
I mean, that's what I would like to know, can we determine that?
The first pier was the only one that was broken, it was the very first pier. And the center one and the other one, like I say, they crumbled when they tore them down, but I don't know how long that bridge had been there.
It's stacked rocks, so I don't know.
What's the price on a box culvert?
Oh,
They're about $5,800 a piece.
what size?
That's a 10 by 6 by 6 long. And
And
if you
you're gonna
put 4 of them, that's gonna get you a 12 by 20, which basically that's what the bridge was. I got a quote for 14 of them to get 42 foot long to match your pipe, which it don't have to be that long. And that's $94,000 delivered to Frank. And that will carry the water going through there.
But we don't need 14 of them, cause it ain't gonna be 42 foot
It does
long,
not
that just
have
happens
to
to be
be.
what these
That's
steel
just-
covers
that's
we
just-
found at Salem are.
Well, no, to get the width of the road, you have to have the length of it.
It takes 42 foot to do it? Okay, it looked like the pictures I saw, just looked like it stuck out a long ways the other side. Maybe it didn't. I don't know.
The bridge wasn't 42 foot long to begin with. I mean, you couldn't pass, 2 cars couldn't
No,
pass.
the original bridge was not,
No.
no.
I mean, and this one don't
20
have
foot.
to be 42 foot long.
Well, if you're fixing pizza,
Yeah.
spend money anyway. Go back to us, so can we not hire somebody to tell us what we
Find out
need to
exactly
do?
what to do, not get that.
We can hire an engineer
know
on
what it
anything, I
costs.
mean,
I think
but you're gonna have to.
40,000 a lick and let it wash out.
Well,
Well,
and the
we
water
heard-
really gonna wash
But
out.
hiring,
This free service told us what we need, exactly, to how much water comes through there on a 4-inch line. It sounds
And,
like
and
to me.
the boy that done this, he is an engineer, and he did tell me, he said, now, I mean, the service that we provide, we cannot tell you how to build this bridge. But I mean, he's done this for his whole life, and he recommends either put another bridge in or put a box culvert system, because I swear in a channel will cover more water than a round pipe.
You know, you gotta get up
It's
halfway before you ever get the full use of your round, I mean,
Correct.
you're not getting it out of there as quick. I mean, I understand the concept.
Opening, so that it
Why not,
first log.
why not use that service to tear?
well, and that's, well, I went and talked to them, they don't, it's made for farmers. They told me in there that, yes, they don't, it's not a service that they do for counties. It is set up for farmers.
But we should
Is
use
what?
information.
Well,
We can take their information, I mean.
yeah, we can
that's
take their
real.
information, I ain't saying we can't take their information, I'm just saying that he said their service was not set up for.
Okay, we need to get every farmer that owns on each side of every bridge you wanna do to go in there and ask how much water goes
Let
through
me
there,
ask
you don't wanna go there.
If you lived in my house, would you have done the same thing?
Yes, I would. No, I'm not. I'm not.
So you're destroying my property. That's what you're doing. You're uprooting all that creek bed that goes all the way up through.
I mean, if we had a projector and we could show you the absolute destruction from what little rain we had, it's just a mess, and I apologize if this is not you say the proper place to bring it up in Quorum Court.
But we tried to tell you before any of this happened, and you said, no, it's gonna work, no, it's gonna work. Well, it did.
And my understanding is that Quorum Court is where funds get appropriated to
Yes,
fix
it is.
these issues, and this is a issue.
And it's turned into more than just the funds for the bridge now, because it's destroying the.
It's costing you money.
Yeah.
It's costing me a lot of time and money, because I'm not even started cleaning all that shit up, because I'm just waiting on
Well-
another rain to make it worse.
And the other issue is.
And I don't
this
wanna move all that
goes
rock,
into
I've got enough rock.
Strawberry River, this is damming up, that's an issue.
Just my opinion, I would look into too with the core stuff, because when that flows under the road and it hits my property, it stays on my property until it flows into the strawberry on my property. And anytime I've had to do anything with looking into getting any creek crossings, government creek crossing, anything like that done, I said, make sure that this is, and they said, you need to
Have
do
to
the
have
following
a
things to get
engineer.
permits to do anything on this creek. So we just make sure that it's all,
And anything that diverts that going into the Strawberry is an issue with the Corps of Engineers. And it is,
We'll get her taken care of.
Yeah, Eric,
Thank you.
thank you.
make
What
some.
are we gonna do here?
Yeah, no.
it's just time to talk about it.
Yeah.
Now, well, I will do some
And
investigation.
thank you for letting us
Yeah, thank
bring
you.
our concerns.
And you have my number whenever. Couple announcements, April the 11th, from April the 11th, 10 to 2. We're gonna meet the architects at the jail, courtroom. So if y'all are welcome to be there.
I'm sorry, will you say that again? I told you.
April the 11th, 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. We'll be meeting the architects at the jail for the jail expansion.
So the next Tuesday.
Yeah. Another announcement is the Easy K Ranch, signed that contract, or their grant. You know, they was awarded their $500,000 grant to build a new building. I signed that last Thursday, so they are gonna start progress on that too. I think they're trying to get a contractor and stuff. I hadn't heard anything on my other grants that I've applied for.
So I'm really curious, I'm not trying to start a fight. So their concerns, we're not gonna talk about it, or?
I will take, trust me,
If it takes the time, it's
no,
not.
it ain't the
that's
time.
fine.
Now, road issues are not, court is not the time to talk about road issues. Unless you're gonna appropriate more money to do it. And that's what I'm saying, I'm gonna have to assess
No.
the whole deal.
I don't know how it works,
Yes.
I'm gonna bill $500,000 for redo this room, but we got people that can't, washing their land away. I mean, I don't know, we gotta get our priorities where I don't know.
Yes, and I think that's one reason, you know, we're meeting with the architect on the jail. I mean, that's somewhere around $2 million. So, that's y'all's priority, either courtroom, other stuff, roads, whatever y'all
Yeah, here's
wanna
the deal,
do.
yeah, roads are our priority, and you say that this is not the place to talk about it, which I understand you not want to talk about it, I get that. Except where we appropriate the money from it, and they're the ones that call me and then I meet them. I mean, they're the people that I have to answer to.
Yeah.
So I don't know when you wanna talk about it, I mean, but we gotta figure out how to make it right. I don't care to give money, I don't wanna give money and wash it down the river. I mean, that's my big
Well,
deal.
there wasn't room there for 3 tiles because I don't wanna get over onto his land and it cause even more damage.
But you didn't even know it needed 3, you didn't know it needed 2. So, I mean, we can get off that, but why don't we fix it back with a bridge, or with something, these box culverts, why don't we fix it back with something?
Get somebody to tell us what we need.
Yeah,
Use
get it
that
fixed
culvert
right.
somewhere else.
That's what
Yeah, I mean,
I'm saying.
it's not a complete waste.
What we need here, why can't we get it in yourself out there?
We can take that culvert somewhere else and use it, where it is an appropriate size. But anyway, I wanna fix it, and I wanna fix it right. Whatever that is, I just don't wanna be wasting any more money, cause that's what we've done. I mean, we've wasted, the first bridge project that we've done our ARPA money is washed down the Strawberry River. Not all of it, but part of it has. We gotta redo it all. And I mean, they're concerned, I'm concerned, and I wanna get it fixed. I don't blame them. If it was backing up on me and my bottom, I'd want the same thing. I don't know.
Yes.
You got anything? You got any better news?
I have some, well, I guess maybe and maybe not, who knows, but, we're starting to work on the eclipse, total eclipse, we're starting to work on some of those projects, trying to do it countywide, not just Calico, because it is gonna affect all of us. So we're working on that, we've got, we start our locking into science again, and we're getting those kind of things that are up and rolling, the living windows and that kind of thing, you can see from our report, we're just trying to get those people back out, coming into Calico, coming into either county period, so that's what we're working on. But, I thank you for everything that you've done to help us, thank you.
Thank you. Joel, I forgot to carry the road report in, I don't know if you remember any of it?
I didn't memorize it.
You didn't? Okay, I'm sorry.
I gave it to you, though.
Huh?
But I gave it to you, though.
I know what you did, but I forgot it. It's out in the truck. So no road update. Anybody else got anything?
Yeah, I got some more stuff.
Go ahead, you said first.
I'm gonna make it quick though. A couple of things, the honeysuckle tile, we got that talked about. We talked about the jail and the courthouse. You ain't got nothing on that, right?
Not yet.
Do you have any idea when we're gonna have you some numbers about that?
I was sending him he wanted local contractors on, heat and air and stuff like that he was gonna contact, so.
Okay, got one more question. Or no, I have two more concerns. Witten Road, is it a county road or a private road?
It is a public road. Three different ways there. So you have a county road that is deeded to the county.
Uh-huh.
Then you have a public road, which is public access, that has mailboxes on it, school bus route, open to and controlled by the general public. Then you got a private road that is private, nobody else can travel.
Okay.
That is
Who takes
your
care of a
road.
public road?
County does. It's county maintained. Public road and county roads are
So the
both
county is maintaining Witten Road.
Has
my
been
question.
for 30 years.
Oh, good enough. That's what I need to know. So you can fix Witten Road if it needs to be fixed.
Yeah, we
Okay.
graded it, we put a culvert in today and we graded it last week.
Okay. One needs.
I'm gonna confuse how the power really.
What now?
You said it's three different things. Where did
You
I
got
get that?
three things. You got a county road, which is a county deeded to the county. Public road is a road that the county maintains at school bus
Public
route.
road.
Yes.
Okay, I thought you said three different things.
Most of our roads in
Okay.
Izard County are considered public roads. Except our paved roads that are
Deeded to the
deeded 60-foot easement.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's a public road.
Yeah.
All right. My last one that I've got is tornado sirens. Question. I had somebody call me the other night.
Yes.
That was okay. The sirens are going off in Melbourne, Mount Pleasant, Horseshoe Bend, and Calico, and the tornadoes at Mount Pleasant.
Yes.
Okay. The lady over at Calico's scared to death, and the man at Horseshoe Bend's scared to death because his sirens are going off. Is there any way
Yes.
to only make it go off in certain areas?
I talked to Sherry on that today because I had, the school called me, somebody from Calico called me also. That's been going on for way before me. They always set off, when they set off the sirens, they set them off all at once.
I'm not blaming you for this. I was asking
Yeah,
if there was a way
but I'm
to.
just saying it.
You're getting defensive and all of
No,
that.
I'm just saying it's been like this for a long time. And I talked to Sherry today. Yes, it can be done. And then I talked to Gary about it.
Mhm.
Both of them have the same idea as, well, you probably got family that live other parts of the county, and if you're not watching the weather,
Mhm.
that siren gonna go off is gonna alert you to where you're gonna be like, oh, my family at Guyan, I better call them, the siren's going off, what's going on? You know, people that are not aware of the weather. Some of us are a lot more aware of the weather than others.
What about the person that's scared to death at
I know,
Horseshoe Bend?
and that's what
Or at Calico Rock, that's
Well, I was
absolutely
more
terrified
worried-
right now, there's not even a.
And I'm more worried about the school and the nursing home.
Right.
Because the nursing home, yeah, if the tornado siren goes off, they're gonna have to move patients.
Correct. What if it's
Schools
not
are
even
gonna have
close to them though? I mean, that's
Yeah,
a lot of.
Yeah. If
I mean,
y'all want, I mean, Charlie, what do you think on this? I mean, it's set off from dispatch. And,
It's always been through the Office of Emergency Management, that they've had it set all at the same time. That's, ever since they've been set up, whoever the OEM director was at that time,
Yeah.
that's what they've done. And every OEM director since then, that's the way they've wanted done it from then on. Whatever you guys decide, we'll do.
Yeah.
I just don't know, I think that we ought to think about it, you ought to ask the people in your district. I've just had some people call me that were scared,
Yeah.
but there wasn't, I mean, they called me and said, my family's scared to death, but there's not even anything anywhere close to it when the siren's going off.
Well, I mean, and Friday, I mean, shoot, the sun was shining.
Right,
I
you
was
know,
eating gas and the siren
and here's
went
the deal,
off.
is, did Code Red go off? That,
No.
why not?
Not, because Code Red only goes off for your address. So, your address, probably Lunenburg.
Correct.
You never was under a warning.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. I wonder how we can, if we can connect it somehow to that.
I don't know.
I don't either. No, I'm asking. Is
and
there some way to?
I mean, and that's why we want everybody to, I mean, the Code Red is a free
Well,
service.
that's a great service if you don't have
And
it.
everybody needs to have that, and, I mean, that'll save your life, cause everybody's got a cell phone on it.
It used to
If
be,
y'all-
you had a radio, you could type in your zip code,
Yeah.
I could set doctor's office, just by typing in the zip code.
Okay.
But it become a burden for 11 different districts, and that's why they set it up that way.
Okay.
And that was the argument I fought years ago, because somebody's shining a cow, somebody's storming, that guy.
Yeah.
And they they don't listen to them.
Yeah, I just hate for great grandma to be scared to death over there.
And that was.
And her trying to get out to the cellar
Or come to the courthouse.
or come to the courthouse, drive them over to the
Yeah.
courthouse, it's a better chance of a wreck and getting here than she had this stay home.
Code Red been off line.
Okay, did it? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You know, so.
That develops, an attitude of, well, they go off all the time.
Call wolf, and that's what I tried to tell you.
That's a.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
That's the reason I like the Code Red. I mean, Code Red is my,
For sure.
Yeah,
my Code Red goes off, I'm kind of.
I didn't realize it worked like that.
yeah.
I had no idea.
And if y'all want, and that's, you know, I talked to Sherry today about it, and she said she'd do whatever we wanted them to do, so.
Okay.
I've got the lady,
Yeah, hi. My name's Shanice Berry, and talking about the tornado sirens and things like that, we live over here in Zion, just off Bonetown in Antioch. I don't know if there's any sirens in that area.
I don't think so.
Here's my concern, talking about all this. Last year, March 6th, that tornado came right over our house. We had lots of damage. We had damage to the trailer, to the house, and all. Luckily, by the grace of God, our porch has enough braces because it moved our trailer, and that's where we were at. We were watching the news where it was supposedly headed to Melbourne, and we were looking out the window, then all of a sudden it comes east, and it went right over it. The other night, when they were talking about the coming through Mount Pleasant, and we were watching, it came, we watched, it didn't hit the ground, but we watched it go just south of us with no anything. Okay, now my husband and I, we're also ham radio operators for any kind of emergencies and stuff, but we're also storm spotters. That was a concern because, I mean, it was just, there's no sirens there, and that's why I was asking. There's a lot of people in that community and back in there that had damage before last year too.
Yeah.
So is there a possibility of putting a siren in that area?
Sirens were purchased with a grant years ago, through OEM, and were given to the mayors.
Mm-hmm.
So the mayors, the cities are actually over the sirens. So the ones that, I mean, that's why there's not one at Zion, I guess, is because.
Is
not a
there a
city.
possibility OEM? I mean, I'm familiar with how the
That's
sheriff's
why,
office
do
does.
you have Code Red on your phone?
No, and I was gonna ask about that. I
Yeah,
didn't even
it's
hear
on our
it.
website, so go to izardcounty.org, and about halfway down the screen, it says Code Red. It's a free service that we offer.
Here's another question on that.
Yeah.
A lot of times, when there's weather like that, the other day, Verizon tires got damaged and down, okay? Is that Code Red gonna help me then?
No,
I don't
it'll
know.
call your home phone and your cell phone, but it won't, if you
Yeah.
tower it then, I think you'd be able to.
You're out of luck.
Yeah.
So, you
But on
know,
the flip
there you
side of that,
go,
ma'am,
that's why.
I got a tornado sign in my front yard, they don't work,
Yeah.
and I can sit there and look at it. So, yeah.
That's an issue that you need to get taken care of. But I know, like Charlie said, that as far as OEM setting up tornado sirens, I worked at Jackson County Sheriff's Office, matron dispatch, also worked 911 dispatch in Newport. 20 years, 14 years, okay, and then longer. I do know that OEM can set up those sirens